Hi, welcome to episode 20 of Forgotten Photos. I'm Donna Guest, the lazy scrapbooker. I'm excited to get some more scrapbooking done, but first, if this is your first time here, here's what this series is all about. I've spent so much time completing huge album projects. You may have seen them here on YouTube. I've neglected all the other photos in my life. So now I'm going into my files and I'm going into my computer. I'm going to chip away at these and scrapbook the forgotten photos. So grab your trimmer and hurry to your scrapbook room. This is the Forgotten Photos. I just returned from attending a retreat where I completed 58 pages, filled 30 pre-prepared pages with photos, and completed 2 Creative Memories card kits for 24 cards. And last week on Forgotten Photos, I said this. There's not a word that says solar. They have lunar, but they don't have solar. A viewer is saying there's a solar word on the sticker strip from last week when I couldn't find it. Okay, now this is just funny. I can't believe I missed that. I gotta go find it. Let's just see. How did 2 people see that here's lunar, solar? Oh my gosh. How did I not see that? I looked at all these. My eye did not even notice that. That's hysterical. I'm not undoing it now, but you know what? That's going to go to waste if I don't, because how often do we have a solar eclipse? So it is 10:15 on Thursday night, and I have yet to choose what photos I'll be doing for episode 20 that's due tomorrow at 8 p.m. Less than 24 hours from now. I've not chosen the photos yet. I should probably do something that's a 1-pager, I'm thinking. And since it's really late, I can't have anything printed. I've got to go with something I already have printed. So it's either between my beloved 2013 FileMate that I feel like I've almost exhausted, and against my better judgment, my 1986 to 2001 Power Sort Box. And they're not even in a proper order anymore. It's just a nightmare. And all the pictures are just so bad. But I did just find something interesting. June 18th, 2000. And look, these are so old. Before digital photography, do you remember how you used to have numbers on your negatives? I would write that on my photos. Just don't ask me to produce those negatives. Actually, though, they may be in here. I really need to put those someplace better. But these photos are so bad, I almost don't even care. But this one's pretty good. So I found an assortment of when I got a new car. Now, my mom has had the idea before to do an album on all the cars that they've owned. I've really not had a lot of cars. I keep them for a long time usually, but it'd be kind of nice to just have at least a page for this car that I love so much. And oh my gosh, that's the thinnest I've been in my entire adult life since leaving college. That needs to be documented. But I think I have enough here, definitely enough here, to get 1 page out of it to celebrate the one time I had a convertible. I am the queen of distraction, and now it is about 10 minutes before 11. I went back to my desk to do a little work. I don't know how it happened, but let's see how many pictures I have. 15 photos. That is definitely too many. I mean, you know when you get something new like that, you take all the pictures, like those with the people in them, with me and Jeff in them and my dad. That's really great. But just the car itself is, I don't need to put all that in an album. No need for that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, there's my old car. So all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos have no person in them, just the car. But the car is also here. So I'm going to give myself permission to get rid of these. Now, I only have 8 photos. That's much more manageable, and it's the same memories. I may not even use this. Hey, this one doesn't have a person in it. I don't know that I need that. So basically, I've got my old car that I went to trade in, and then the new car. Here's me, me, and me. How many do I need? Here's one of Jeff, and I can crop these down so much. And here's me going to see my dad, and then taking him for a ride. And then the interior, which, you know, that's nothing special. It's just a car. It's more about the memories. So now I've got 7 photos, if I even need this one in there. All right, so let's start cropping some because I want to get this on 1 page. I don't need this parking lot, and this is back before digital photography, so I couldn't really zoom in. You know, you get what you get. So I kind of want to start cropping all willy-nilly here and not make a plan. That's how I scrapbook best. This one is my favorite picture, so I'm not going to crop it. I may center it up. Let's center it up a little bit because it's not centered. So I'll just center up the car. That's a little better. Okay, that one has to stay as it is. I'll look through the rest of these and do a little shopping. Nope, I'm going to stop myself from destroying these pictures because you know what happens if I decide on a certain layout, then maybe I need the pictures a certain size, or maybe I need peekaboo pockets. I don't think I'm going to. No need for that. Simple little page. Let's first go see what papers I might have. Oh, I've got this folder called Planes and Automobiles. That's 2 different collections. These date back 6 years, back to 2020. That just doesn't really apply here. I'm in Northeast Georgia. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. Okay, that looks like the plane stickers. This is the automobile stickers. This really looks like travel, and I'm not traveling. I just got a new car. I'm underwhelmed at the moment. Let's go to my BMCs. Oh, wait. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, that one's cute. It's a car and a truck, but it's cute. I really should remember that I have these because these would actually be great for road trip scrapbooks, not so much a page about a new car. Sometimes we forget what all we have. I'm sure you can relate to that. So this is the one page I got out. This is it. That's really not the right page there to have a lot of photos because I'm going to cover up the whole design. So, yeah. So here's what I've come back with. I'm going to use this black shimmer paper as my base because the car is black. Then I'm going to use just a little bit of this. And then I like this green because it goes well with all the greenery and it's my favorite color. Now, what will I do this in? Maybe a different color black on top of this. A different color black. Is that a thing? Maybe a matte black or maybe just some more shimmer black on top of this, popped up with a foam square perhaps. Then I'll have lots of room for my photos, and this I'll work in maybe for photo mats. Okay, now I've got a plan. I know what I need to do. All right, so if I used all the photos as they are, obviously they're not going to fit, obviously. So I'm going to have to crop them down as we knew. That's easy. But first, this one is my favorite. Let's go ahead and matte it on this dark green. I tried the Kelly green too, that was a little bit brighter, but this dark green just kind of went better with this gray and this black. Ooh, parking lot. Too much parking lot. See, I get ahead of myself. Get ahead of myself. And now I've got sticky on here. You know what? We use our little trick. This way it won't stick to my photo trimmer. It's still sticky up here, but that's okay. 3.5. That's nice. Okay, much better. Very balanced. Okay, I know I've got a scrap of black shimmer that I can punch the cars in. There we go. So I don't have to go and get another full sheet. Put more tape where I gave that tape a little powder. Okay, there's the favorite photo matted in case we don't mat the rest of them. I am going under the assumption that I will not need peekaboo pockets because if I did, I would be measuring these. So all the pictures at this same location, I'm definitely going to cut them down. I sense some regret in my future. I really do. I just got a new SUV recently after 13 years, and I did not take pictures with the new car. I took one picture with the old car, hugging it. Her name was Phyllis. Now this one's different because this is when I went to see my dad and I see his beautiful yard at the lake. Maybe I don't cut it down so much, but I got to cut it down a little bit. There's just too many. I may not use the photo of the old car. I'm going to set that aside. The red of the old car mixed in with the black of this car is just ruining the aesthetic of this page, I will say. So I kind of don't want it on there. Okay, this can all fit and have a little border down there too. So our main takeaway so far is that it is totally okay to get rid of some photos and you don't have to use every one because, wow, we sure did take a lot of pictures back then. I'm going to trim these to be the same height, just over 2 inches. I think that will work better. I need to leave room for a title. The funny thing about this was the car was a Chrysler Sebring. We are such fans of The Office, and 5 years after this, The Office premiered and Michael Scott drove a Chrysler Sebring. To which the character Dwight Schrute humorously told him later that a convertible was a ridiculous choice for their climate. Pennsylvania, maybe so. I don't know. Oh, look, they're all fitting. And we could do the little cars right here. I'm kind of liking this. I've got a nice little border around it. This one goes out a little bit more, but I'm not really willing to cut any of that off. I like how that overlaps it a bit. What about in there? It's okay. We don't have to fill every space. Border will go right here. My title will go here. Journaling. That's the only one I'm going to mat. They don't all need to be matted. I've got the 1/8 inch space between them. The photos stand out. This is the only one that I need to mat. So I'm going to start one by one attaching these. Oh, this is fun to look back on. I remember the joy of buying that and having something new and fun. I only had it for 4 years because I got pregnant with Nathaniel and traded it in for an SUV. Okay, so far so good. I think I like that green. That's all I've been using of the greens. Now let's use our little road and punch some little cars for right here. We just need 6 inches here. That's just 3 little punches. You know what? That's a truck. Well, we could do this. What if we made it into a convertible? Let's see. What is that? Looks right? Does that work? Uh-oh, I cut that one off. I cut it at the wrong spot. I'm just going to punch some more, and I'm going to cut it correctly because I just can't be bothered with having to glue that back on. Take 2. All right, we're going to cut this again. I'm just leaving the windshield. I can't remember what this BMC was called. I don't label mine. I probably should. I think it was On the Road or Road Trip. Okay, that's cute. I like that it looks like a little convertible. I won't mess with this car right here. But on the one I'm throwing out, let's just see what it would look like if I did. I like it. We're going to make them all convertibles because that amuses me. Microtip scissors are the best way to go to use something like this. And if you don't have these, I highly recommend. Creative Memories has a great set of them. And I do put links in the description of all my videos of where to get these products. Cute. We've made little convertibles. And I was going to pop these up with foam squares, but it would have to stick like that. And I don't know if these are going to be steady enough to stay. Even if I hadn't cut them, it would be impossible to put foam squares on that, but they'd be a little bit more stable. Now it's just a little piece of paper hanging out into the air. Let's see how much space we have here. 5.5 inches, 1.5 inches. We want our road going this way, so we're going to do 1.5 by 5.5. And it's so fun to cut with this trimmer because using this little white line right here, that's how we know where our blade is. And so you can kind of look to the side and see where you need to stop it. Or just know that this edge right here is exactly 1 inch from the blade. So you can stop this an inch away and really make your trimmer work quite well for you. The same border here, that's perfect, but I like it that it's going out to the edge. What do you say we make this a little bit shorter? Let's cut off about 1/4 inch. And with something small like this, you want to make sure you're slow and steady so that your paper doesn't shift, and give it a crooked cut. That's perfect. I still can't decide if I want it to pop up. I think I'm just going to attach it directly to the paper and we will forego the foam squares. This car did not have a name. I never named a car until my last Jeep Grand Cherokee, who was named Phyllis. And she was named after a character on The Office, of course. One that was a little bit untrustworthy, hence the name. And when I traded her in for a new one, whose name is Sally, so now I'm into naming cars, I told Jeff later that, oh, I miss Phyllis. He was like, really? What do you miss? The check engine light? The constant recalls? She was great. She carried many scrapbooking supplies, as did this one, surprisingly. That's cute. I like it. All right, so now we're going to go get some white letters that'll pop up here. Ooh, let's not do white letters. Let's do silver letters. I think that's better. I love that out of this whole piece of paper, please know I love that I only used that. That was it. So in the last episode, I shared a tip about doing this when you poke the holes out of letters on scratch paper, and now I've upgraded it to a Post-it note. And my sister Lori was saying that, oh yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. And I said, you've been sitting on that tip for a while because I'd never thought of it in 26 years of scrapbooking. I end up with these all over me. That's a very odd W, but I'll use it. It's fancy. And she said, yeah, I always put them on those Post-it notes that you give us at retreat. So that's good. Okay, new car. How fun. All right, maybe I need to find a silver pen. I know I still have one. Okay, as much as I love the Creative Memories pens, this silver pen is a pretty thick line, and I have this older pen that is much smaller, and I think I need that for this tiny space that I've left myself for journaling. I just realized I left all that greenery in and it works, but it looks nice. I need to add the date. I am notorious for forgetting that. These are too big, but what do you say I grab the Creative Memories pen and write the date in that? It might be just big enough. Ooh, got that right. I've made a decision. I want to write 1 or 2 more lines, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this up. I've got room to spare here. Multi-tool, do your job. Don't tear any paper. Wonderful. It's perfect. I'll set this upside down out of the way. And there's a cat hair here. He's not even in the room. And there is a giant cat hair underneath the tape. That's fantastic. Nicholas. Uh-oh, I'm writing a lot. I'm not finished yet. Bye-bye trees. Wow, I should never underestimate how much I can journal. Oh dear. Okay, all right, we'll just bye-bye trees. We'll make it work. All right, first though, let me get that powder tool. I really hate getting sticky things on my photo trimmer. Oh, let's measure. About 1 5/8 inches. Bye-bye trees. Oh my gosh, maybe bye-bye heads. I didn't cut it to 1 5/8 because I wanted to make sure before I overcut it. You know, unfortunately, I could have cut the one with Jeff down in it a little bit more. But what's done is done. I've written directly on this page. This is the risk you take when you scrapbook like me. I can't be bothered with excessive planning. If I did, I'd never get finished. Okay, that's good. Wow, I gave that one a cut, didn't I? I got a big haircut. I found a cute little green star that ties in nicely to my green cardstock that I chose. So low-key. And I'm going to use this silver pen to carefully outline the star so it pops. I better do it right. If I don't, I'll have to put something on top of this. And done. And I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. A super simple page. I got 6 photos on the page by cropping them down since they were older, pre-digital era. I could crop them easy. The photo quality was really good on these though. I at least had a really good camera then. And I was able to journal as much as I like and then some. All I've got are some ABCs, a little outline sticker, and 5.5 inches of a border right here. But with the journaling, I took the story from getting the car until I traded it in, how long I had the car. So this is all I need for this piece of history in my life. I love it. You know, part of the fun of scrapbooking is reliving old times. And forgotten photos is definitely allowing me to do that. I just took a memory that was 26 years old. That's really hard to believe when I think about it. Everyday things, no matter how big or small, like getting a new car, it's something that we enjoy when it happens, but then we kind of forget about it years later. So it was really fun to look back on those photos. And I finally found some decent photos in that crazy power sort box. We're 20 episodes in. I don't know how long it's going to go. Kind of wondering if I should set a goal for 100 pages. That could take a while. I'm going to have to step it up. I can't just do 1 page a week if I'm going to accomplish that goal. So let's see what I can do next week. I hope you'll join me.